Every fall, I hear the same frustrations. My skin feels dry, my fine lines look deeper, I look tired, and I swear I aged overnight, right? I feel ya. Here's the thing. It's not just the weather. Many women are unknowingly making skincare mistakes in the fall that actually accelerate the aging process. Well, we do not want that. I'm here to help. In today's episode, I'm breaking down the top 6 anti-aging mistakes I see over and over again in September and October and November, why they're so damaging and the exact steps to correct them. You'll leave knowing what not to do and what to do instead so your fall skincare routine keeps you youthful, not older. Welcome to the Spa Skin and Beauty Podcast. Struggling with wrinkles, dark spots, or an overwhelming skincare routine? I'm Lindsay, an esthetician who has found a simple skincare routine for clear, youthful skin, even in my 40s. In this podcast, I'll share quick, easy, non-toxic solutions to help you love your skin and stay motivated. So grab your products, press play, and let's transform your skin. Welcome back to this week's Spa Skin and Beauty episode. I'm going to tell you about the 6 anti-aging mistakes sneaking into your fall skincare routine. And did you even know you were doing some of these? Like what? What are you talking about? I cannot wait to tell you about a few things that are culprits that you can easily take care of after you know what they are. Let's dive right into it. First of all, mistake number 1, relying only on summer products. So most people, they keep using their summer skincare into fall, those lightweight gels, oil-free lotions, foaming cleansers. These aren't enough once humidity drops. So here's a cool stat for you to know. In 2023, in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology study, skin hydration levels dropped an average of 23% within 4 weeks of humidity decrease. That means that your skin can literally look older in just a month if you don't adjust. I thought that stat was so cool because I like proof and science to tell me, wait, why do I really need to add more? Like you don't really hear what the reason is behind, like why do we have to add more in the fall and winter? So there is a really cool stat for you. The result of that is dehydration, fine lines, tightness, makeup settling into creases. So we are going to correct that and we're going to hydrate that skin. What are the fixes? The fixes are, let's get into that. Those creamy hydrating cleansers, you may need to do a swap. You may need to swap out those foaming cleansers. Just make sure that your barrier is not being stripped too much. I really like a dual cleanser set, like the Prequel I'm really loving. It's got an oil and a glycerin system. One Skin has a great easy set. I'm really looking into osmosis right now. If you listen to my last podcast, I absolutely loved the MD Polish, which I'm going to talk to you about again in this episode. And I want to check out one of their cleansers too. I really liked it. But One Skin's great too. It has an easy set. You can get both the cleanser and the peptide lotion, like when you purchase it all in one. So super easy. And then you're set for that. Introduce richer night creams with ceramides, peptides. Those are my favorite. Or squalene. I mean, any of those. So you just want to, again, hydrate your skin. You want to get your skin moisturized and layer hydration. So this is when, if you have those essences, bring those out. Essences are a wonderful hydration layer. And remember, when you're applying your skincare, you're going to want to go to thinnest to thickest. So you'd want to do essence, then you want to do your serum, and then you want to do your moisturizer. So if you do have an essence, which I absolutely love, I just feel they super hydrate your skin. You do notice just a stronger glow when you use your essence. So I highly encourage you to bring out those essences that you have for the fall and the winter. Number 2, neglecting circulation and lymphatic flow. So when circulation slows down, your skin is going to look dull, sagging is going to accelerate. Oh my gosh, we do not want that. And puffiness, we don't want that either. That builds up around the jaw line. I know I talk about lymphatic drainage all the time. It's just so important to move your lymph around. Here's a stat for you also. The lymphatic system does not have a pump like the heart, so movement is required. A sluggish lymph system is going to equal to a buildup of toxins and stagnation that ages the skin. Did you know that even when you breathe, your lymph is moving, like you're moving your lymph just when breathing. So that's why breath work is so important. Move your lymph, do your big 6 moves, get on the rebounder, or just pump with your feet, just go up and down, get that lymph movement. I was after the gym workout today, they have like a red light stand up panel. So I was in that and I love it because they have the vibration plate on too. So I just did my lymphatic massage there and then I just let it vibrate after. I was like, this is awesome. So there's little moments you can do throughout the day to get that lymph moving. But I thought, this is the time I'm going to sneak in my lymphatic drainage. Clients often think that skincare is just only creams, but without that good circulation, those products can't perform. I love using a high frequency one for lymphatic too. That's an electrical current too. If you have that at home, you can get those off Amazon. High frequency is wonderful to move the lymph. It's very easy. It's fun to do. And you're also moving that collagen, that elasticity. High frequency is great for an anti-aging treatment as well. So I have that inside Lapree Beauty, my free app. I do have a high frequency series actually, and I show you how to do your lymphatic drainage with using a high frequency one. So go check that out if you get a chance. What you want to do also is you can use a light gua sha, a jade roller, or even manual massage. And if you want to get professional lymphatic therapy, you can too. I personally do that at the clinic that I work at. So I do enhanced lymphatic therapy. It's awesome. It moves stagnation. If you haven't heard of that, look that up. It's equal to about 8 to 10 manual lymphatic massages. So it really is wonderful. It reduces puffiness. It really just gives your skin like an instant lift. So I see clients walking out, they look brighter, they look fresher and more defined. And that's because their circulation is restored. So that is a big game changer. Think of this as an anti-aging from the inside out. If you want your products and devices to work better, you need that lymphatic flow. Guess what? I am so excited because you may have heard me mention this before, but I want you to learn how to do these lymphatic techniques yourself. So I teach them step by step in my lymphatic flow masterclass at lindsayholder.com/masterclass. I hope you get to join. It's going to be laid back. I am currently building it. You can do it from home. You can be in your PJs. You do not have to be on screen. So it will just be me. You can just watch it. I'll walk you through the exact steps on how to lift, sculpt, and energize your face naturally. So make sure you're on the wait list. lindsayholder.com/masterclass. That's LINDSEYHOLDER.com/masterclass. That way you will know when the class is happening. So if you ever want to see results without Botox or fillers, this is the class. I'm going to show you how, and it is amazing. All right. So number 3, the mistake number 3 that I see, overusing retinol and acids together. So common fall reaction is, okay, I need to erase all my summer damage. I'm going to do it fast. So I'm just going to stack everything. I'm going to stack the retinol with the glycolic acid and the vitamin C like every night. Okay. So slow down. This really will lead to over exfoliation, and that over exfoliation can then lead to barrier damage, and then the fine lines are actually going to look deeper. So just slow down just a little bit. So here's a neat stat. According to clinical, cosmetic, and investigational dermatology, barrier impairment can accelerate visible wrinkle depth by up to 20% due to increased water loss and inflammation. Yikes. So let's do not do that. I think it's interesting to have these stats because you're thinking, really? I mean, is it really going to make a difference if I exfoliate a little too much? Yes. And we do not want to over exfoliate. We do not want to look older. What is the fix for this? What I really love is alternating your retinol. You could do retinol one night. You could do hydrating, repairing products the next. That is one way to do it. Or you can try a retinol sandwich, which that is a moisturizer. Then you do your retinol and your moisturizer to buffer. I haven't mentioned this brand in a while, but I really do love the droplet. That droplet device, have you ever seen that? It looks like a little teardrop. I don't know how to just explain it. And you put your retinol in there and it just turns on and it's like a micro mist. It's absolutely wonderful. And that retinol really does such a beautiful job of just really getting down the deepest layers it can. I highly recommend the droplet, and that's a wonderful retinol. I really like that one. Save your glycolic for once a week, especially if you're using retinol, and just use gentler AHAs. That could include like a lactic acid or a mandelic acid, and do that in between. That way, if you feel like you do need exfoliate in between, you're getting a lighter acid. I personally don't exfoliate extremely. I don't exfoliate that much. I do not exfoliate 4 times a week. I probably exfoliate maybe two, I'm thinking 2 to 3. And that's also including, like, I'm doing my derma rolling as well. So that also exfoliates your skin. And don't forget, when you're shaving your face with your dermaplaning, you're exfoliating too. So you got to watch and add up all the techniques, all the devices that you're doing, because it still is exfoliating. So make sure to factor that in. I love the Medic 8 crystal retinol. That is great. It's gentle, but it's effective. And I really loved the Osmosis MD polish that I just experienced a couple weeks ago when I visited a spa for my facial. And that one is awesome. I'm going to get that one. Very, very nice. Mistake number 4 is ignoring pigmentation early, right? So the biggest fall mistake, waiting until winter or spring to address pigmentation. This is when your sunspots, your melasma pops up after the bright sun that you've been in all year long. That uneven tone deepens and settles if it's ignored. So by December, they're harder to treat. So go ahead and start treating those earlier. So UV exposure actually accounts for up to 80% of visible pigmentation changes. That's a stat from American Academy of Dermatology. And UVA is present year round. So how are you going to do that? What is the fix for that? First of all, you're going to want to add in your vitamin C. That should be all year round, but just make sure, if you haven't done that during the summer, make sure to add that vitamin C every single morning. I'm fine if you need to add it at night too, if you're really combating those darker areas, but definitely add it into your morning routine. Niacinamide, like a 10%, that's going to help with your calming your redness and evening your tone. And then kojic acid, that is awesome for stubborn spots. So those are a few powerhouse ingredients that you can really look for in your skincare. I love LED light therapy. That's great for inflammation, skin pigmentation. You could do a small gentle peel series. And I absolutely love for hyperpigmentation. I know this is expensive. I totally get it. I really do. The Lima laser. I love that one. I've mentioned it 1,000 times. My sister's pigmentation. So she is currently borrowing it every week. She has to bring it back because I have to use it. And it makes the biggest difference. She gets hyperpigmentation every single summer, and the laser just takes it away, and she doesn't have to do anything. And it also helps with anti-aging. So it's just like a double hitter. If you haven't looked into the Lima laser, it is an investment, but it's a cold laser. So there's no damage at all. So it's absolutely wonderful. And of course, enhanced lymphatic therapy, that's going to boost your circulation. That's going to help pigment fighting actives penetrate more effectively. So again, do your lymphatic for that too. Now, another mistake number 5 is forgetting the neck and the jowls. Don't forget that, especially when you're not seeing those areas like need help yet. You want to make sure that you are getting those areas early, right? So if you're in your 30s, you still want to do your neck and jaws. I'm in my upper 40s, so you betcha I'm taking care of my neck, my jowls, my décolleté, and my hands. I'm doing all of that. So sometimes you're just applying your skincare to your face, but the neck and the jawline are the biggest age giveaways. I think so, especially the neck, because we usually have a top on covering our décolleté, but I do like a nice glowy exfoliated décolleté as well. And of course your hands too. But neglecting these areas, it's going to lead to the same thing as our face. So you're going to have those lines, that sagging, that loss of firmness. So we really want to keep the neck and the jaws nice and tight. So just make sure to apply your skincare to those areas as well. I didn't know if you knew this, but the skin on the neck has 33% fewer oil glands than the face. So that means that if you are not applying those products, if you're not hydrating, if you're not getting that area taken care of, it's going to age faster if it's not taken care of. So hopefully that stat, you're like, yeah, I'm listening now. 33% fewer oil glands. Wow. That is a doozy. So you're going to want to definitely keep those areas super hydrated to keep them super glowy. Easy fix, right? Bring down the skincare to the neck and the chest, to the jowl area. Easy. Use targeted devices. I personally love the Nua. It's a tightening device. I use that underneath my chin. You can use it on your jawline as well. Microcurrent tools, they're wonderful. I love the Zip, always have. Ever since I've known about them, I've used that. It's wonderful. Gives you a nice jawline definition. Absolutely amazing. Gives you that snatch look, really just lifts up everything quickly when you're in a pinch. If you have, like, I have a birthday dinner next Saturday, so you betcha I'm adding I haven't seen the girls in a while. You betcha I'm doing my microcurrent right before I apply my makeup, and I will look lifted and toned for that dinner, and it'll make me feel super confident. Again, the LED mask that covers the face and the neck. I highly, highly recommend using an LED device mask, and it just helps your mitochondria too, your cells. So I'm love that we're talking about skincare, but I always love to talk about deeper health too. As a licensed thermographer as well, I am really into overall health, not just skincare, and just making sure that everything that we are being successful from the inside out, right? Not the outside in. We're not just trying to get pretty on the outside. We want our health to be superstars on the inside. And again, incorporate that lymphatic massage to reduce puffiness and fluid buildup that makes those jowls appear heavier. So you want to lighten that load on there, lighten those jowls up. So use the lymphatic on that area. Number 6, listen, we need to talk about this. And I know it's boring, but it really makes a difference. How to add sleep as mistake number 6, skimping on your sleep. I get it. Fall brings busier schedules, darker mornings, and stress. So many people are cutting into their sleep without realizing how much it shows on their skin. So, in a 2017 clinical trial, Royal Society Open Science found people sleeping 5 hours versus 8 hours were rated as looking less attractive, less healthy, and noticeably older. Poor sleep increases that cortisol, which then leads to collagen breakdown, more inflammation, dullness, and under eye bags. Fall sleep is tricky because their shorter days affect your circadian rhythm. But we can do this. There is a fix. I would love for you to aim for 7 to 9 hours consistently. I know that sometimes people don't need that much. I personally, I'm a 9-hour person. So you want to anchor your routine both morning and night. So for in your morning light exposure is really important. So get outside as soon as you can in the morning. You're going to set your circadian rhythm for the whole entire day. So get that morning light into your eyes as soon as you can. And then, of course, dim your lights usually like 2 hours before bed. I personally have red lights that I bought off Amazon, and you just hit a little button and it's great. They are inside my son's room. They are inside my room. So it is red lights in our house at night. And as soon as the sun starts to go down, I am already trying to lower my cortisol, and it takes hours. This is not just a 1-hour thing. So just to kind of let you know what that looks like, it looks like this. I like to have very specific details from people. So I wanted to share what my evening routine looks like very briefly. I pick up my son, and when we come home, starting about 5 o'clock, I do not use my overhead lights as much as possible, right? I like those off. And then we are eating dinner because I do not want to eat close to my bedtime, and I don't want him eating close to his bedtime. So we are eating 5 o'clock or 5:15. We're wrapping dinner up about 5:30, and we have the overhead lights off. I have underneath my cabinets those lights, and I have little lamps on. And I also make it very dreamy. I have a candle, so it just gives that twilight kind of feel, like you know how they used to do in the old days. I absolutely love having candles at dinner. And it's a cute little fun ritual. My son loves to blow out the candle. He's 2.5. So he's like, blow out candle. He just loves the candle lit. I also have a gentle music playing on the background. I love classical. So I either have classical or I have a Hertz music or I'll have some type of chimes, bowls. I mix it up. Something just really light, meditation in the back, or even just sounds like rain. Sometimes I love the ambient channels on YouTube. There's like rain or something falling down. Just everything's about calmness and setting the tone to wind down for bed. I make sure to take magnesium, especially magnesium glycinate. That really helps me calm everything down. It helps me sleep really well. I personally have restless leg syndrome, so that helps my legs, not be restless at night. So that is a huge thing. And then of course, I like having my shower at night. So I will put him to bed and then I'm in the shower at 7 o'clock and I am doing my dry brushing before I get in the shower. I'll do lymphatic in the shower as well, do my lymphatic massage. I'm doing my skincare then. So everything is being done because I have that. You're getting that last little bit of energy out, and then I am done for the night. I'm going back in my room. I have my red light on at this time. And then so it is dark. Red lights on. I have sound machines in my room too. And then I am winding down. I'm generally reading something or I'm doing like a light exercise. Right now, I'm working with a pelvic floor therapist. So right now I'm doing pelvic floor like my exercises for that, my breathing, just things like that, doing reading and then lights out, like mask on my eyes, 9:30. So then I am getting really prepped because I'm waking up at 5:45 to 6 a.m. generally. It depends on what time Ellison wakes up. So lately it's been 5:45, but I really try to push it to 6. And then we want to start our morning. Silk pillowcases, those are great. That's a very skin specific hat. It reduces your sleep creases and your friction. Overnight hydrating mask, like something that has a barrier cream with ceramides, that's going to lock in your moisture while you sleep. And of course, you want to do enhanced lymphatic therapy. That's going to improve your sleep quality by calming the nervous system and reducing tension in the head and neck. So many clients tell me that after they do their lymphatic, that they have a deeper sleep. So that makes a big difference. So keep on doing that. Currently, I wanted to let you know I am listening to The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. So he is getting a lot of traction right now because his new updated book just came out. And it's so funny because I literally called my sister. I was like, guess what I'm listening to? And she goes, no way. My neighbor was just telling me about that. And I'm listening to it also. So yeah, he is on a really large tour right now. So you have probably heard about his books. He is everywhere. And I do the Miracle Mornings. Look it up if you haven't. It is a wonderful tool that you can use. And it just gives you all the steps to do so you have a successful morning routine. That's going to make you feel good about yourself. And you're going to really look better, I think, too, because you're going to be positive. You're going to set yourself up for success for the day. So I hope that this has helped you. I just want to do a short recap. So let's recap the 5 mistakes that are aging you faster in the fall, but that's okay because you're going to switch them all. Relying on lightweight summer products, ignoring your circulation and lymphatic flow, overstacking retinol and acids together, waiting too long to treat pigmentation, forgetting your neck and jowls, and your poor sleep habits, like meaning you want to get to bed very quickly. Don't go to bed at 11 o'clock. So you want to give yourself that ample sleep. These fixes are simple but powerful. When you hydrate deeply, when you're supporting that circulation, you pace your actives, you treat that pigmentation early, and you're extending your care to your neck, your fall routine becomes anti-aging instead of aging. So I hope this podcast has really helped you and you have learned something from it. Thanks for listening and tune in to next week. Until next time, stay glowing. Keep the momentum going inside the Lapree Beauty app, your free go-to skincare guide created by me, a licensed esthetician of over 15 years. Inside the app, you're going to find exclusive tutorials I recommended during today's session, perfect for tackling dark circles, oily T-zones, and maximizing your skincare in just 5 minutes. Plus, I've reviewed some of the budget-friendly products we talked about so you can shop smarter and feel confident about what's going on with your skin. Download the Lapree Beauty app on the App Store or Google Play to access expert-backed videos, trusted product tips, and bonus content from today's episode. Your skin coach is now right in your pocket.